if you communicate well, you can get your message across to another person, and they will have accurate instruction to complete their tasks.
Very good. Who else wants to say something? Thank you, Ibtisam, very much. Who else? I want to hear from Rishni. I want to hear from Hassan, from Shiraz. I want to hear from Ari. What is communication? What is effective communication? Effective communication. Nadia, do you want to say something, please?
Yeah, sure. So I believe effective communication is certain abilities that you would use to understand and to be understood, to like deliver your message to. Um, so it will depend on like verbally how you speak. It can be written, it can be through your body energy, etc.
Very good. Thank you. Then, Amin, what do you want to say about effective communication?
I believe it's as everyone said that it should be two-way, which both parties or both entities will accept their knowledge, or they accept their sharing their thoughts. So by that, I believe we will have an effective communication, which is going to be a win-win for both parties.
Very good. So what is ineffective communication? Ineffective communication.
Talking to the wall, like expression.
Yes.
You
Like
can't
talking to
convey.
not say
Sorry.
nothing, like just talking and say
Just
nothing.
talking.
Yes, just talking.
Can't convey the information that you had in mind to the other person.
Yes, correct. If you cannot convey the information you want to convey, when you talk, when you write, when you try to communicate something, and it doesn't reach to the other side, right? So let me ask you, what is the worst situation that can happen? What is the worst situation that can happen between two people who wants to communicate? What is the most undesired thing that you don't want to achieve, or you don't want to
Misunderstand.
to have misunderstanding? What is the definition of misunderstanding again? Sorry, maybe I'm asking very trivial questions, but this is what it's about.
So if we talk about the same topic, but the one has completely different ideas about the topic, and the other completely another. And in this sense, we can talk about a geothermal energy. One will say, no, it will not be in.
And we are not going even to use voice. So we are going to communicate with only two ways: in writing and visually, without voice at all. They say that 80% of the communication that happens between two people does not include voice. No voice. So if I want to convey a message to you, the way I am conveying it constitutes of 80% of the 80% of the message itself. So if I want to say something, I can say it without even voice, because 80% of the communication is happening without the voice. The amount of information you get after you hear something is just 20% of what your mind saves. 80% has never been said. I will give you a little example here. If I say to you all, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It's all the same voice. It's all the same number of letters. But one you think that I am busy, the other you think that I'm happy, the third you think that I am flat or poker face, the fourth, every one, the communication process that happened between me and each and every one of you is different because you understood a lot from my face. On top of that, when you understand the message that I'm saying just good afternoon, it's implied. I'm just giving you a greeting. But why is he greeting us now? Is he greeting us in the right time? He should have done that in the beginning of the meeting. All these are happening in your mind, right? This is just an example. He's going to change his like this. So all of this happening in your mind without me actually saying anything to you regarding this message I'm sending on regular basis. Sorry, on detailed basis, which is just the message of the voice that I used to communicate with you. Now there is another way of communicating, which has the same thing. It's the text. So I will type something to everyone now, not to Rishni only, to everyone on the chat. And please open the chat as we speak so you can read. I will say hi, Hassan. Right? I am not asking Hassan to reply. I just want you to focus on what I'm writing. Right? You see, what we write gives you different feelings. So, hi Hassan, how are you in capital? What does that mean?
Friendly.
Friendly. Nadia.
You mean the how are you in capital letters? It could be that either you're screaming or you're angry, anxious.
Yes, correct. Especially in the business world. If you write something in capital, this means that you're shouting. You're aggression. You're aggressive. You're showing aggression. Very good, Nadia. Thank you. How are you are in small u in just one letter?
Much friendly.
Friendly.
No. In business, informal.
Careless, maybe.
Careless.
Yeah.
In business, this means careless.
Yeah.
You're
Doesn't have
careless.
time. Yeah. He didn't bother to write it in full sentence.
Ari, you want to say something? Ari?
Yeah. It's like careless is don't care about yeah.
Yes, it is careless. Oh, and the one above it, this one. How are you? And then a point, not or a full stop, not an interrogation mark. What does this mean to you?
For me, it means that I'm just doing it as a favor. I'm not actually asking you how are you.
What else?
Like I'm just opening the topic so I can ask whatever I want from you.
Yes, what else?
Grammatic error.
Yeah, what does this grammatic error entail in business world?
Not enough time to talk with you. I have no time to talk to you.
Yes, I was on hurry. It
Yes.
looks like I got he was on hurry. And what if I say this? Hi, Hassan.
Much
How are you?
worse.
You think this is good or bad? Better or worse?
Much worse than that. You have no time about thinking about the punctuation, about the grammatics, about the spelling.
Right? So what we write matters. Not of the content of what we write, it's what it entails. So if I am writing to a customer or to an external person, I'm just saying, hi, Hassan, how are you doing today? Right? This will, you need to understand that the other party will interpret this differently. And it's not what you write, it is how you write it. This is what matters. I see you sending one another emails sometimes and say, send it. No, you need to teach yourself that at least on a formal email, you have to say, dear Hassan, or hi Hassan, comma, send it please. You know the magic words or no? What are the magic words in communication?
Please.
Huh? You remember that from school, from kindergarten? I teach my daughter, she's 6 years old, the magic words. What are the magic words?
Please, thank you.
Please, thank you.
Right? This should be an essence of your communication to keep safe. Please and thank you and sorry. Right? So send it or send now. Send now is an order. Send now. You send now, Hassan. Or send now, please. Right? This makes a lot of difference. Okay? Confirming is more important when you are communicating. One very big issue when we are communicating with others is when we are confirming something, accepting something, right? And we don't understand that accepting means commitment, right? Will you send me the file tomorrow? Is that what you say or type matters because it entails a lot about, I understand a lot from that, right? And being a complete message is another very, very important aspect of what we do and say. There is one very common symptom I see with almost each and every one of you. You don't manage the speed by which you deliver the message or you talk. It's not that Ilhom speaks fast or Hassan speaks slow or Amin speaks clear. No, it's not like that. It is that you should be aware if now you want to speak quickly and explain your point very, very quickly, or you want to be very, very clear about what you're saying in order for the audience to understand, reflect, and get back to you with a response. There is a difference between the two. Or the other side of the spectrum, you are very slow in the way You communicate the point. Okay? This is wrong, this is wrong. So finding your way between the two is where you want to exist, where you want to your communication to keep happening. Right? So the worst level is that I think that I communicated the idea, but I didn't. This is the worst situation possible. Second situation, second worst situation, or less worst situation, is what actually most of you usually do, is not communicating at all, thinking this is the safest area possible, which is the opposite of that. You're exposing yourself as much when you're not communicating. Why? Because you're actually confirming your disexistence or misexistence, right? You've not made any mark of presence, right? You're silent, I'm safe. No, you're silent, you're exposed, right?
Mr. Walid, I have a question.
Please.
What if somebody feels in his comfort zone or in her comfort zone? Is she silent or he is silent? So not everybody wants to come out from his or her comfort zone. What about this situation? I see.
You got the answer?
Yes.
This is my comfort zone. Not communicating is not an option, right? Not communicating means that you're missing. If you're missing, so you're not there. I mean, you did not exist even, right? My comfort zone is not to answer you. I will not. Is this an option, right? So it doesn't have to be that you're talking all the time, or listening all the time, or objecting all the time, or questioning all the time. Even this can be overdone. Anything that can be overdone can be overdone. But what you need to do is to communicate whenever you have to gain from the discussion, to gain from the knowledge, to gain from the experience of others by communicating back and forth. And as well, communication is a two-way kind of thing, right? So, for example, if I ask, is Rutger on the call? Rutger, are you on the call?
Yes, I am.
Very good. So, Rutger, if I asked you to explain to us, you remember this one we did before, you remember, huh? What is ABC? You remember?
No, I don't actually. Maybe
it was related to accounting.
Yes, but I want Rutger to explain something to us. I'm not asking about ABC. Sorry. I mean, I'm not asking about ABC. I'm asking about communicating an idea that no one knows. Anything that you tell us about why. What is the name of your street where you're living?
it's really difficult name, but sure. It's IJsingastraat.
Sorry, your voice is very low. I can't hear you myself.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes, better. What is the name of the?
It's a difficult name, but it's IJsingastraat.
Oh, whatever. So, why is it named like that? Explain to us why is it named like that.
Okay, it's named after. I don't even know the English name, but it's named after a guy who studied the Milky Way.
What is the Milky Way?
What is the Milky Way? Part of our universe. Good question.
Part of the universe?
Yes, it's what you see in the sky at night when the skies are clear.
Galaxy.
Yes, galaxy. Thank you.
Yes. So what is a galaxy, Ilham?
Galaxy is the bunch of the stars and the solar systems in the one cluster.
Okay. Okay. So what is a star, Ari?
The star is like small things in solar system that can what to say shine bright. Yeah,
They are small. Stars are small.
yeah, something that shine bright in the solar system.
Shine light, right?
Yes, yeah, shine light.
Very good. So what is light, Ibtisam?
Light
Why do-
is okay, is photons and waves. I
Photo-
don't know.
Photons
Yes,
and
light
waves.
are photons and waves. Like Einstein said, like light are photons and waves in the similar. Yes.
Okay. You mentioned somebody called Einstein.
Me,
Yes. Who is Einstein, Nadia?
He's a scientist.
What is a scientist, Ahmed?
Is when a person studies something specific and he's well aware of all the surroundings of the topic itself. So in the case of Einstein, he studied several things, but mostly I guess it was philosophical things. So he had a lot of theories.
See, guys, this exercise is very simple. It shows you how you can make communication a way of connecting ideas and connecting people by just what did I do between all of you starting from Rutger? What did I do? Come on,
You ask a single question.
just ask when, where, how. Just ask. So if you want to the other person to communicate with you, you ask. Simply ask. Put any words in out of your mouth in the form of a question, and the other person will communicate with you. Although maybe it's not today. I hear that stars are small, and this is actually very first time for me to hear that stars are very big, Ari. They are bigger than our expectations, right? So, but again, we just ask. I see you all asking very less, very little amount of questions I see coming out of you. So what we spoke about today so far was that 80% of the communication is happening without the voice. Second, the tone matters, the approach matters, my face look matters. It's like 80% of what's happening. Same can be reflected on written stuff and written material. The ability for you to listen is the first step of communication. Second step of communication, understanding the tone, the speed, the voice level. Word is to ask. Right? So now I wanted to take the second half of the call. Unfortunately, very few people have their cameras on. So I have Ibtisam, Ari, Ahmed, Nadia, Rutger without a camera today for some reason. I don't know why. Hassan, Ilhom, and Amin. Oh, Rutger is in the game. Very good. So what we will do is that
Hopefully,
I
yeah.
will ask. I will write to each and every one of you, people with cameras. I will write something on the chat, and you need to be muted. And without communication, without writing anything or without any voice, I want you to communicate the idea. And this is all going to be about you. It's something about you. Okay. So I will start with who wants to start? Oh, Arish, put off her camera. Clever one, Arish. She's in it. So who wants to start? Let us start with Ilhom. Actually, let me write to Ilham. Okay. Take a moment. We have 20 minutes from here, so everyone will take a few minutes. Okay, you're starting already? So if anyone wants to start, does like this to tell us he's starting, okay? Okay.
I love eating.
He loves to eat.
Fishing.
Banana.
Very good. I love to eat banana. Very good, Ilham. So now it is not a game. Don't look at it from a game perspective. I want you to criticize. Was he fast? Was he explanatory? Was it fun? This is not. We're not playing a game, right? We're trying to understand communication here, right? As a way of conveying an idea, right? So the hardest part was to present banana, and from my perspective, he was doing it like that. So he divided into words. So he divided his message into parts, and he wanted to deliver it one by one. Okay. Now to Amin. Go ahead, Amin. Amin, I can't see you for some reason. You have to keep your. Where is Amin?
Everyone can see me, right?
Yes. Yes. Go ahead.
Your mind is always in the.
Towards true stars.
Three steps.
3.
Is it counting down 3, 2, 1, and then maybe start running or something?
Okay.
Choosing
Stop here. Right. I was not expecting you to be able to show the idea or to actually communicate the idea. The worst thing happening here, Amin, is that we know that you are confused. I don't want you guys to show that you are confused. Many situations, you will be sitting with the customer is asking you a question, and literally you don't know anything about the answer. The worst thing that can show that you show that you are confused. If you don't know the answer, it's actually one of the best things that can happen. But if you show that you can't do it, this is where the problem is. He wanted to tell you future. He wanted to explain future to you.
Oh.
Really so hard to do it in that little time.
It is, yeah. How would you explain it using your...
Right? Yeah. You can't actually, almost. Right? You can't explain it. You cannot explain it because it's relative. You have to have something to explain it with.
Like we cannot like do past, present, future.
Try that next time. Let's see what you will get. So now let me go to Nadia. Where is Nadia? Oh. Do like that when you want to start. Please. Thank you. Okay.
Price,
Something with money.
money, price.
I like counting money.
What's
Das.
called the thing that we keep money in it, yeah?
She greeted someone in the first, and after that, she
Let's see,
wants
let's
to.
see, let's see.
Hello, do you want to buy this?
You sign a deal?
Yes, dear.
Good.
Correct. Sale. Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. She seemed confident. She seemed resourceful. She tried with the thing that I almost have something exactly like that, right? It didn't work. She tried the pen. She took enough time before she started all of that. Very good, Yanadi. Very good. Now, over to Rutger. I will tell you, I'm just thinking as well. Hmm. Where is Rutger? I can't see him.
Can you see me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Driving,
Thinking. Wondering.
driving,
Because they're like something else. It's very important that you try to know exactly how to explain the idea. So if somebody wants to present a car or do a car register, what would you do?
open the remote and sit and do the car thing.
Maybe, right? Maybe I can say, okay, I'm driving and I open the door, put the contact key, maybe, right? But communicating that is not easy. And because it's interlinked with something else very, very similar. So now over to Ahmed. Ahmed, I'm thinking. I can't see you in the list. Why? Okay.
If you put it on gallery view, maybe that helps. Not sure.
Yeah. No, I'm Ahmed, you got the message, right? Yes, tell us when you're ready, please.
In hurry.
Confused.
In hurry.
Yes, correct, Sam. He is on hurry. Very good. Very good. Very good. What did you learn from Ahmed, this one? Thank you, Ahmed. What did you learn from this one?
His body language.
Body. He used everything he has. He used his whole himself, right? The whole body he used, right? If he did not take himself out of his chair, maybe like this, right? Maybe it could have, but it was very quick because he used everything he has. Right? You don't have to be like me. I am very Eastern. I speak with my hands and I explain things. And no, we don't have to be like that. But you can use it if you want. It's a tool. Sometimes, by the way, it's the opposite. Sometimes when you use your hands a lot, it distracts the person sitting or seeing you. So sometimes it's easier to not to use it, not to use your hands. I mean, thank you, Ahmed. Now, Miss Ari.
I love running.
You love
Voyage. Traveling.
Traveling.
The word.
So no. Did I send it to you? I sent you the word, Ari. You need to read in the chat. Read in the chat. This is what I want you to represent. This is in the chat. I want you to represent this part in particular.
Rainy.
Rain, right. Very good. Very good. What did she use here? She used another tool. She used the tool. Yes, correct. She used the umbrella. She used something, right? She is trying to. She did exactly the very simple word, rain. She combined two methods of communication. One that Nadia used, the other that Ahmed used. So her body plus the umbrella. So now she's trying as much to use the tool. The lesson I'm trying to teach you all, right? I hope I am actually doing it the right way even, is that this is reflected even in communication in writing. When you are sending a WhatsApp, when you are sending an email, when you are sending a message, this is there. You can use emojis sometimes. You can use whatever you want, right? But know that what do you want to imply? I want to be very formal with this lady, or I want to be very friendly with this guy, or I want to be very stiff with this person. I want to be very clear with this person because he misunderstands me very well, easily. I want to be persistent. I don't want to be so pushy. I want to give him his time. I want to reply to him. I want to push him. I want to persuade him. This needs to be reflected in what you do in writing it. Right? So now I think we have as well Hassan. Did we do something? I don't think Hassan, not yet. Do like that when you're ready.
Yes, quiet.
Silence.
Yeah, so I sent it by mistake to Ari. So please, Ari, don't reply. Don't. Sorry, Hassan, I sent it by mistake to Ari. And how will you be ready? I mean, how did you do like that? Yeah, you're ready to receive. Yes. Okay. So yeah, go ahead. Keep trying. Keep trying. You will not be able to. You will not understand it. No matter what you do. You're, you teach English, right? No writing, no writing. We could have asked Hassan, no writing. You teach English, right? You teach English language. He was trying to tell you English language. He was trying to explain the word English language. So what does this tell us? And he is a teacher of the language. What does this tell us?
There are some things that we cannot just explain verbal. It's impossible.
No. There are things that you're able to explain. That when you have to have effective communication, your technical knowledge does not mean anything. The value of your technical knowledge is zero. He's an English teacher, and he cannot communicate it. While it's easier to communicate a point like I'm on Harry or a car or sail or I love to eat banana. So the technical knowledge that you have about the language, Hassan, has no value now. When it comes to communicating it to others, communication skills, your technical knowledge has no value. So not because I know about project management, I will become